Hello, everyone. Welcome to another thought sharing on management and leadership. We are positively, progressively moving ahead with COVID-19 pandemic, and we have arrested it to a very satisfactory level according to the health officials. And our recovery rate in Sri Lanka is one of the highest in the world. That's something to be positive about. So it invites us to reflect on a crisis, how to handle a crisis, how to manage a crisis, how to maneuver through a crisis. So it was President John F. Kennedy who said, the Chinese word for crisis is Wei Ji, which has two characters, Wei and Ji. Wei represents danger or a threat, whereas the Ji represents the opportunity. And if you look at tsunami, it is a huge danger, at the same time, huge opportunity for better disaster management. So that is the case with every crisis. So when you have to manage a crisis, you have to look at the opportunities on one side, threats on the other side. In fact, the managerial decision making is all about how to get the best out of opportunities and how to mitigate the impact of threats. So let me propose very simple practical approach. Say with regard to opportunities, you have to have triple S approach. So you have to keep your antennas up and look around for opportunity, sensing an opportunity. You have to sense. There are opportunities in the surroundings, in the environment. You have to sense. So once you sense an opportunity, you have to size the opportunity, quantify, evaluate, check the feasibilities. If the size fits, then grab it, seize it before your competitors do. So sensing, sizing, and seizing an opportunity. That's exactly what Seiko Japan did when quartz technology was invented in Switzerland itself, the dominant watchmakers at that time. But it was Japan who started to compete in a better way because they exploited that opportunity. And currently, the leading apparel firms they exploit the opportunities promised by COVID-19 by producing more face masks than apparels. I was told 200 million face masks to US alone. That's amazingly a great opportunity. So sensing an opportunity, sizing an opportunity, seizing an opportunity. There is one side of the story. The other side, threat dimension, danger dimension. So let me propose triple A approach. Acknowledge that there's a threat. The biggest mistake we do is that we ignore the threat. We underestimate the threat. We don't acknowledge. That happened to Nokia. They did not acknowledge the aggressive campaign by Samsung or Samsung, the way you pronounce it. And they are nowhere. And it could happen to a dominant market leader in a product or a service where you don't acknowledge that there's a threat from a local manufacturer, there's a local service provider. So you have to acknowledge that there's a threat and then assess the threat, evaluate the threat, see the intensity of the threat, and then address it, take some appropriate action. I think airline pilots are quite familiar with this, with the turbulence that they go through. So first they acknowledge that there's a turbulence and they assess the level and they might make an announcement, ladies and gentlemen, please return to your seats and wear the seat belts. And if the level is high, then they might say stop serving food and so on. And finally, if the turbulence is really terrible, there might not be a third announcement. So you need to acknowledge, assess, and address. So take care of your opportunities and be conscious about your threats. And that is where you need to take right decision at the right time in producing right results. And remember, decisions is the spark that ignites right action. So take right decisions, take right actions in exploring the opportunities and exterminating the threats around you. Have a great time.